Well, hello, and happy Friday to you. How's everybody doing? Are we happy it's the weekend? I am happy it is myself. I'm looking forward to nothing on the calendar. Yay! My husband has spent a lot of time cleaning the pool this week, so hopefully it'll stay sunny. And the three of us, well, I should say the four of us, because Charlie Brown, who's of course laying down beside me, will be swimming. So a lot of thoughts today about PR, public relations, local, national. Um, you can do a search on YouTube, right? And if you went to my channel and all 112 episodes now with 0 viewers, I'm gonna really have to start promoting this. But anyway, I'm grateful because I know some of you watch this later and not live because, like, I don't know, you're not sitting around waiting for me by any means to do a live broadcast. So PR. I love PR. I never really realized that it was such a great launch pad to growing somebody's business. But I have a lot of thoughts about PR and public relations, and certainly a conversation that I have with my clients and friends and colleagues. And I've been introduced to people in business settings as a public relations representative. I've been introduced as a media company. I've been introduced as a PR rep. And the truth is, I did not ever know anything about PR or public relations officially in my career, meaning I never, took a course, or I never went to school for it, or I just, public relations, right? PR, press, media, being a handler. I've always been a handler for doctors. I just didn't call it anything. When we had all those offices in New York, we were constantly doing reputation management, not online as much as now, because that was a long time ago. But certainly, I've always been in the realm in my career of public relations. A lot of local news stations in New York, when we had New York Medical, would want to cover maybe something with a doctor, and we had a lot of them, so that happened. But I just never really put too much thought actually into PR and the news and local media. I think if I saw a certain doctor, it would catch my eye on the news and think, ooh, I wonder who that is. He must be the expert, in the community, because look, he's on TV. So, and then, I go into running a pediatric practice, and I form a relationship with a local news company. And because I have a relationship with the news company, I still have it because it's an important relationship to me. I like this person very much, and he has been very helpful in terms of putting my clients on the news, which is good for their business. So a few things about it, though. If you are unfamiliar with this territory of PR and how do you get your business in the news, how do you get your business in a paper, or get somebody a speaking event, I've always said that if I was to spend time today just doing PR, I would be really good at it. I am not discounting anybody that has done PR their entire career. I realize how difficult it is. But for me, what it's been for me personally, for the Doctor Whisperer, is I've formed relationships with people in media outlets, and then they know what I do, and they know it's much easier to contact me, the Doctor Whisperer, who has different types of specialists within my world, and it's just easier. And they know that they can text me even on a Saturday and Sunday, which it happens, and they say, hey, listen, I need to cover the HPV vaccine, or do you have any docs that can talk about the latest outbreak of whatever it is, right? And they know that I have access to these doctors where they couldn't call the office because they'd be closed. They know I can text them and all that good stuff. So it's been great for them, right? Because it makes their job easier, but it's also great for me because I get to put my clients out on a platform that I don't think they really ever thought they could be on. So a lot goes into coaching them and teaching them, you know, about what to say, what not to say, what it means to do a sound bite, how much thought you should really put into doing a sound bite on a local news station. Not a lot, because it's just going to be that, a sound bite. It's going to be like a minute of you. They're going to film a bunch of different takes maybe, and then they're going to air it later on, and you're going to go, oh my God, like I said so much. I can't believe it was just a nanosecond. And they didn't get the good stuff. They took what they wanted. Yeah, that's how it works. That's how it works in media. So it's funny for me to, for the first time, I bring a client into a news station, and a lot of my doctors will say, hey, can you send me a list of questions they're going to ask me? Oh, that's non-existent, okay? Because typically, we'll drive into the news station, whoever it is reporting, whether it's a doctor that is on staff at the station that's interviewing consistently with my physicians, or if it's just, you know, a reporter, whoever it might be, they look at it when it's in front of them. They're like, oh, doctor, you do this, this, and this. We're going to talk about this. Okay, great. Go. That's the reality. Because if you think about it, a local news station is doing what? They're reporting local news. So anything else that happens that is actually more important than you, they're going to report on first. And it's constant. It goes all day long, all day long, all day long. I have so much respect for people in the media. I have so much respect for journalists and reporters. They have their work cut out for them. They have to be on all the time. They have to be ready to switch gears all the time, which I love. They're definitely multitaskers and fast thinkers and creative minds. So I give a lot of credit to that. Hi, one viewer. We're talking PR here if you missed any of it. So when I get my clients in, and sometimes we'll do like a segment, a full-on 9 to 12-minute segment where they're getting interviewed, you know, it's really just being as comfortable as you can possibly be and just having a conversation and not looking at the camera. And you're talking about what you do for a living, but maybe it's no surprise, but sometimes I'm surprised that they have a hard time talking about it when there's a camera in front of them, right? So there's a lot of coaching that gets involved. For me too, when it comes to my doctors and I'm putting them on the news and they want to wear a lab coat or they want to wear their stethoscope, I'm like, okay, you don't need any of that because it's actually going to say MD after your name on the screen. I know you don't realize that, but the more human you can portray yourself as, the more approachable you portray yourself as on camera, the better it's going to translate to the media. So that's me. That's how I feel. You don't have to wear a lab coat to prove you're a doctor. I think that it's actually refreshing sometimes to see no lab coat. I get it. It has to be worn in hospitals and surgery and all that good stuff. But we all know you're a doctor. Okay, we're very proud of you because we don't know what we're doing in the clinical world. You do, thank God. You save our lives. So I have a lot of respect for media. I have a lot of respect for PR. But I want to give you some clues about what actually goes on inside this world that I didn't really know, but I have figured out very quickly. Number one, you actually need a hook, okay? You need a story. You need, like, are you doing any good for the world? Are you putting out good information for the community? Are you a resource? Are you providing information, education? You know, you can't sell yourself on TV unless you want to pay for it, okay? So there's a difference between paid media and paid advertising than free press. And free press is the best press to me. And that's really where I stay in my Tampa Bay market, okay? That's, you know, local news. That's really what you want because you want patients coming in from this community, okay? And then they run your segments a lot on the hour. I know Bay News 9 does that. Not so much other stations that I've been involved with, but they always have a link on their website, or you can get the link of your segment, and then you repurpose it, and then you put it on your website, and you put it on your social media, and then you're seen as the expert, and then you get more people to see your interview, and then you can sponsor an ad on Facebook, and then you can get like 3,000 views if you spend $30 to $50. So there's a lot of tricks about PR and about media that I like to help my clients with. So let's fast forward a little bit to just a real thing that happened, a real conversation I'm having with a client. She asked me if I would consider doing some PR for her outside of the state because she's an international, whatever she is. She's not a celebrity, but she's international. She's great. She's an author. She's a speaker. She gets paid really well to do conferences. So I have an opportunity to expand my horizons, which is how I'm looking at it now. Okay? There is no challenge that I won't take. But it's funny how when I first asked this question if I would help, I had resistance because I realized how much time it takes to develop a relationship with somebody in media. So I would have to spend that time with these people that are not in my state. And time is not always something that I have. Time is very valuable. It's very, it's my greatest commodity. And a lot of people that don't understand media don't understand PR and press releases and calling and following up. And it's just a lot of work. So then they don't understand, how much you should get paid for something like that. So blah, 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 blah. So it's almost similar to how I feel about recruiting. PR in my world as the Doctor Whisperer is not what I start with or end with. It's almost like a bonus. More than likely, I'm going to get you some press, some PR. I'm definitely going to get you some speaking events, and we're going to put you out there, and it's going to explode really quickly because that's how I work. I'm a New Yorker, right? But a lot of work goes into it. It takes a lot. So I understand why PR companies charge a very high premium, which some of them really, really do. And I get it. It's just, it's not my model, right? And that doesn't mean that it's better. I probably am a complete moron for not charging more than I do, but I'd rather charge somebody after I book something than say that I'm going to be able to guarantee it, because it takes a lot of time. So I would have to spend hours during my day to try to get you on TV or get you in a magazine or get you in the paper. It's a lot of work. So if it comes to me easily, bonus. So anyway, I have an opportunity now to expand and spread my wings and try to get some press for a client outside of Tampa Bay, which it's funny how, just a few hours can go by and I can retrain my brain, like, take the opportunity and learn from it. And, when you feel more comfortable and you have more contacts, because technically I don't want to just work with clients in Tampa Bay. I have clients that are in New York. I have 3 of them, and I would like more than that. And sure, I love a few clients in Boston. Why not? Don't want anything to do with the Patriots, but I like Boston. So anyway, there's a lot to understand about PR and press, but if you have an opportunity to do anything that's in media or in the news or have an opportunity to write an article, PR can just get you there a lot faster, but don't forget you can always repurpose that stuff. And that's my favorite thing to do, is to take those news clips that you have and use them to promote yourself even more, because it's that third-party credibility that everybody looks at, I mean, it's a pretty superficial world we live in, as you know. Okay, so that's it. That's my rant a little bit on PR. I hope that was helpful to you. I can certainly expand upon that. If anybody has any questions, you can always reach me at SharonFeckety@gmail.com or Sharon@thedoctorwhisperer.com, or hit me up on the DM. As Gary Vaynerchuk says, it's going down on the DM. All right, have a good weekend.